Hello YouTubers, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. So here we are on Graham's channel and it's 10 to midnight here at the moment and as usual can't sleep. I've been going through, he still gets notifications. I've been going through a lot of Graham's stuff bit by bit and there you go guys. Bowler hat, and there is a story behind the bowler hat, and I found a few other things, so I thought I'd go through this stuff. This bowler hat, I don't know if I've, I have got it on the right way round, is made by, goodness, I don't know where my glasses are. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's like a heraldic lions and a unicorn and stuff. I bought this years ago for Graham. Graham was really into hats and helmets, as I'm sure a lot of you know. And at one point he bought a load of pith helmets, you know, like Zulu Dawn type thing. Anyway, we had this issue with these psychotic people in Gibraltar. I won't elaborate on who they are, but one of their flying monkeys particularly went out of his way. He hated us both, and our kids, I think. It's the strangest thing. And he was called Nigel. He's dead now. It's really tragic story, this, actually. Anyway, he was... I think Graham might have mentioned him once or twice. He loathed us because he totally believed every single word that the psychopaths, the narcissistic psychopaths, psychotic twats said about us. And he just went out on a limb. And we were always perplexed as to why he hated us so much. 10 years it went on. This guy just always on at us. He's accusing us of killing the dolphins. You know, if we're watching dolphins, we're killing the dolphins. He was a dolphin captain as well himself. Yeah, I remember this. It's bringing back memories. Anyway, he was quite short. He wasn't actually that short. He was a little bit shorter than me. He kind of looked like Michael Benteen. In fact, he reminded me of Michael Benteen, only nowhere near as nice because he was horrible to us for a long time. And then one day, I bought Graham the bowler hat. Oh, and this guy his favourite expression was, "The truth will out, the truth will out, everyone will find out about you bastards." Right? That was his favourite thing to say. 10 years. 10 long years. In fact, he was terrible at finding dolphins. And there was one particular, this time of year is really tricky to find the dolphins. Me and my boss Tim had been out and we'd found the dolphins and it was a bit foggy, terrible weather. Got back and I went up to this fella Nigel and I said, "Nigel, the dolphins are near the pump." And he went, "I don't need your help to find dolphins, thank you very much." What the fuck is that? Anyway, I thought, I won't fucking help you. You clearly don't like us. I don't know why. And then I bought Graham this bowler hat. And Graham liked to be eccentric on the boat and he would wear various different hats. Well, Nigel just loved the bowler hat. Because Nigel was a monarchist. He didn't like Meghan Markle. And, he just loved it. He was so into British stuff. And I also, quite eccentrically, one day went to work in a tiara, just for a laugh. And Nigel thought that was even funnier. And he was walking past the dolphin office one day, and I'd had this horrible tennis elbow. And I just, for the first time in 10 years, after saying to him, you know, where the dolphins were, I just smiled at him and said, "Good morning." And he gave me a filthy look, but then he did come back and he said, "Good morning." Well, he was the narcissistic psychopaths. Oh, they fucked him off so fast when they found out he dared to say good morning. That's the end of him. He can die as far as they're concerned. That was their attitude. I mean, we were rather cruel because we called him No-Do Nigel because he couldn't find dolphins. That didn't bother him. We called him all nicknames behind his back. And we all have radios at Dolphin Safari, analog radios. And the other company, they would keep a radio in the office, in their office, so they could listen in to what we were saying. We know this for a fact because we did the same to them. And one day my boss, Conchi, said we'd give them all nickname. And she called Nigel the Enano, which is Spanish for dwarf. Well, as soon as he heard that on our radios, he went mental. I'm not a dwarf. I'm taller than Fiona. Well, of course, the jokes came thick and fast. Oh, TV. The TV's got some sort of fucking ghost. Turns itself on, turns itself off at the moment. I don't know why. Nothing to do with Graham. Anyway, yeah, I mean, my boss, Tim, one day, Nigel was having a go at him and he went, oh, grow up, Nigel. Well, of course, Nigel erupted. Nigel's walking past me. I said, I don't know why people have to be so short with each other. He went, oh, funny bitch, yeah. And, but Graham, of course, loved on the speaker as the boat's going out. We talk to the passengers and we say things like, welcome aboard, this is the original Dolphin Safari. We're going to head off out to the bay. This is the plan, blah, blah, blah. And quite often the other dolphin boats coming in as we're going out. And Graham would just love to end it with, hi, ho. And of course, it was a sore point with Nigel. But after we'd all got over our childish behaviour, Graham was wearing a bowler hat. And Graham had just sort of tipped his bowler hat to him and I'd said good morning to Nigel. Well, that was it. Nigel was fired. Nigel was dust. Nigel was dirt. Like a string of other people. With our psychotic terrorists. And he became more and more friendly with us. In fact, he started to come out on our dolphin boat because he'd been fired. And come and watch the dolphins, and he actually had an argument with one of our narcissistic psychopaths, a very loud argument in front of our customers and their customers, and ooh, they turned the air blue with, and of course me and Graham were loving it, thinking, yeah, well, we've had 10 years of shit off this guy, and this guy did say to us, I'm really sorry, He was full of shit. You wouldn't believe the things he said. We would always love to hear. What are the things that he's been saying? Oh, I could tell you a tale or two about the shit that man and his dog wife have put us through. Anyway, then he said, I'm leaving. And I remember the day he came and gave us both a big hug and said, good on you both. Just keep doing your stuff. This was pre-Graham's diagnosis. And he said he was going to drive to Italy. He said he bought a little Renault, I think. He was going to drive to Italy, visit some friends. Then he was going to go back to the UK. And then somebody told us he died. But the person who told us he died said, I'm not quite sure if it's that Nigel or another Nigel. Anyway, it turned out it wasn't our Nigel who had died. It was another Nigel. Well, fast forward couple of years actually. Would have been the year before Graham's diagnosis. Me, Graham and Tim were sitting in the dolphin office and all of a sudden Graham said, I think Nigel's died. And Tim said, do you know what? I've been thinking about Nigel all day today. And I said, well, come to mention it, he's been on my mind quite a lot. So Graham looked him up on Facebook and he died the day before we had that conversation. Isn't that strange? Anyway, so the other things that I found of Graham's, is this. I haven't opened it yet, but I'm pretty confident this is a satellite picture of Gibraltar, which, let's have a look. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, wow. Now this is really special because this was given to Graham by one of our dolphin captains, and his wife was the base commander of RAF Gibraltar, Liz. And they gave it to Graham, so I'm going to have that framed along with the things that that lady sent the other day, and the other thing that I found, which all the kids are going to fight over, absolutely every single one of them. They all want this. This is the most valuable family heirloom ever, really, ever. Give you a clue. Oh, if I can open it. Oh, yes. Now, see these? Yeah, I'll put it against my black. See them? This is a chess set that was made by Graham's grandfather when he was in a prisoner of war camp in the First World War. He joined up underage, they got away with it then, and he made this chess set. I mean, look at that. And Graham was thoroughly proud of it, and quite right too. And all of our family play chess. I'm not very good at it. I was at one point, but you've got to concentrate a lot with chess. You can't allow your mind to wander if you've got other problems. And my mind's very active, and I'm always thinking of something else. But all the kids love this. Vicky, Richard, Faith, and Ben, and they will fight over who's going to get this. Because can you imagine? And Graham said when he was little, he said to his granddad, "So you were a prisoner of war. Did you ever try to escape?" And his granddad said, oh no, he was nice and safe in the prisoner of war camp. So that's, yeah, I'm glad I found that. And all the pieces are here. But I mean, what a spectacular family heirloom. Prisoner of war. That's wonderful. Oh, and I've also got to... I must remember this week to post Richard Graham's flying instructor, whose father was a mosquito pilot who took flak in the Dam Buster raid. I've still got his father's photo album, and oh, it's awesome. I've got to post that back to him. Very, very, very rare and precious. Richard's father got the DFC for that. And then I found Graham's father's logbook and photograph album. So that's, as I said before, is going to our Richard, different Richard. So there you go. Yeah, it was very strange that about Nigel, that we were all thinking about him, and then it turned out that he had died after all. And then, after that, it's quite funny because certain things came to light to all of us at Dolphin Safari about the narcissistic psychopaths. And it was almost as if Nigel was saying sorry for the 10 years he gave us hell and believed all the lying bullshit. Oh, I must tell you the story of Abergate one day. I know our narcissistic psychopaths watch this channel, so watch this space. I'll bring out all the old newspaper articles, shall I? Oh, and that's another thing, in case they're watching. I found all the court papers to that, including the fake email you used in court. Oh, when you perjured yourself in front of Charles Peto. Oh yeah, he's not a judge anymore. He retired, didn't he? After apparently exposing himself for a joke. We'll come to those stories and many, many more. Let me know if there's anything in particular juicy you'd like to know. As always, love you all, and may your God go with you.